Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amaryllis, and in today's video I am bringing you into my kitchen. It is tiny, but I do have a pantry behind me and I am going to be organizing it since, you know, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and with the quarantine and all of that happening, figured no better time than now. So I'm gonna show you something that I bought, or two things that I bought from Amazon that I'm hoping will help me organize this a little bit better. Let's give you a sneak peek. Dun, dun, dun. So anyway, going to organize this and kind of show you what I'm doing. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. So I bought this double Lazy Susan so that I have a place to put more spices, so that it's just a little bit more organized and you can spin it and just find your spices easier. I already have one Lazy Susan, but I needed another one because I have a bunch of spices, so hopefully this helps to organize things a little bit better. What is this? Oh, and then this second random thing was just another one of those drying dish mats. I thought this was going to be something else that I ordered. I ordered like kind of like shelving, so I could put like cans on top of each other and it's a little bit more organized and not like falling over, just so that, you know, when you're pulling things out, it just helps to not like have it fall on your foot or something. So that I think is coming on Monday, but I'll include it in this video as well. With any home project, you have to listen to music. I'm listening to Justin Bieber's newest album, Changes, and then I'm getting straight into the organizing. But first, water. I'm taking out all of the items as much as I can and placing it on the sides of the counter space and stove and things like that. Also making sure that I'm washing the Lazy Susan that I bought before I put it together, and I'll let it dry while I'm pulling things out of the pantry to organize. I'm already getting stressed. Like, this is a lot. We have a lot of items here. So many boxes and jars of like medicine. Yeah, you saw that face? That was stress. Yeah, so I'm just pulling all of those items out. And then, like I mentioned, I have a lot of spices, so that's why I needed that Lazy Susan, the double one, because I had spices in this basket, and I really want to use this basket to organize all of the medicine, since the medicine little jars and boxes were all over the place. And you know, when you get down to like one medicine left, you know, one pill left in like the box, it's like, why do you need this box? So then it ends up just floating around on the shelf. Organize it in a basket, it'll make life so much easier. Here I have a large jar that's supposed to hold cookies, but I've been putting my oatmeal in this jar, so I had another bag that I can add to this jar. So that's what I'm doing now, just so that it's a little bit more organized and keeps the oatmeal nice and fresh. I have these additional jars that I'm going to be utilizing to put other dry food. So the tall one, I had rice in it. I don't have rice in it anymore. As you can see, it's cleared. So I'm going to wash it and then put beans and the pasta. I'm going to throw that pasta out and put new pasta so that it stays nice and fresh in that jar. As I'm doing this project, I am cleaning any other items, throwing out any old food, things like that. At this point, the Justin Bieber album was already done, so I moved on to the Bad Bunny album. That's what that little dance was about. At this point, the counter space and stove was full of items, so you saw me struggling there, like, where do I put these other items? But I found a way. And yeah, so I'm just continuing to empty out everything. At this point, I think I was already on like 2 hours, so my back was hurting. And now time for the fun part, putting things back and organizing and trying to figure out, how does this aesthetically look? Does this look good? But also make sense for when we're cooking and when we need certain dried items and medicine and things like that. So you'll see me put things down, and then at the end you'll see that they moved a little bit, like the bottom shelf. I have those two baskets with the medicine, and I didn't really like it there. I wanted it a little bit more tucked away, so you'll see that I actually took it away later in the end of the video. You can't really tell here in this screen, but the pantry is a little bit bigger than what you're seeing. To the right, where you have the refrigerator, the pantry shelves go towards, like, further out behind the wall, and the same thing on the other side as well. It goes behind the wall, so there's more shelving. So I kind of tuck things away. What I have back there is bigger machines, like my juicer. I have a larger blender when I'm doing more than just one acai bowl, because I love me some acai bowls. And then here you see me cleaning out that Lazy Susan. I am throwing away old expired seasonings and only placing the current seasonings on the double Lazy Susan, and then placing all of like the oils and larger things on that one Lazy Susan. And then here I have a ton of hot sauce. For some reason we have a ton of hot sauce here. So I placed them on the IKEA dish that I bought. They always have it there, so you can purchase anything like that. I use that for the hot sauces because I didn't want the hot sauce to spill on the shelf. All of the shelves have like that plastic that I placed when I first moved in, except for the shelving with the jars. That one was like kind of gunky, so I took that out and threw it out, and I didn't have extra. So I just want to make sure that anything I place on that shelf won't spill, and if it is going to spill, it's going to spill on something else. And then here I am still organizing the jars and putting the beans, and just trying to make everything look really pretty as it can get, right? And like I mentioned, I really wish that I had a nicer handwriting, that I can do like calligraphy, but I can't. I'm not about that life. So we have my regular handwriting, but I still like it, and it helps to just keep things organized and know what's in what jar. To note here, that top was completely dry. I shook it and double checked it. No water left over. You want to make sure you don't have any water left over, because you don't want mold. And then that basket that I put down was all of the snacks, and that was the hardest one to like have look decent, because got a lot of snacks. Hey, so it is maybe 2 days later, because I didn't have the shelves that I mentioned that I purchased to help me with this project. So I just kind of want to show you the one that I went with. It's stainless steel and really easy to put together. So it's just literally this piece and then the legs, and it just has these little holes that you stick. Wow. Okay, it's hard to show on camera. It's really easy though. The instructions suck, but it's pretty self-explanatory on how to put it together. Yep, so the legs just clip in on each side, the little pegs at the bottom. I'm going to show you quickly so far how I've organized it. Oh my god, I'm so much more happier with how it's organized, honestly. Like, it's not like Pinterest, worthy necessarily, but for an apartment and for me not being super extra, because let's be honest, I don't know about those Pinterest photos. Like, is that really realistic? It's goals for sure, but I think this is really decent and better, way better than what I had previously. So let's get into it, and I'll show you a little bit of like me organizing. Okay, we're really close up and personal, but as you see, I have my Lazy Susan here, the double one that I built. Love, makes such a, I mean, honestly, that's probably like the biggest difference in this whole situation. But then I have the cans at the bottom, so we're gonna get into that. So here it's a little hard to see where I'm placing all of those jars and cans. I had a box of water at the bottom, so you can see there. And I'm just taking the cans out and then placing them back in, trying to organize it based on what type of canned goods. So like beans, tomato sauce, things like that, all going together. Like I said, I'm so happy with how the pantry has turned out. I'm going to show you a few things that I might get questions about and tell you where I got them from. I posted a little sneak peek of the pantry on my Insta stories, and people were already asking where some of the things were, where I bought them. So I'm gonna show you some of that. So let's get right into it. This type of jar I actually purchased at IKEA, really affordable. Went in store, I bought them. They have different sizes, so I got this size and a larger size. This bad boy right here, this larger size. And then the labels here I actually purchased on Amazon. They come in different sizes and different shapes, and then it comes with the marker to write on it. I wish that I had a nicer handwriting. I don't, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I just wrote like, you know, what's in it, because sometimes you could get a little confused, you know, flour or pancake mix. These smaller container jars I actually purchased at Target a while ago, but I feel like I always see them there. It's like a staple product that they have. So yeah, and to be honest, I like doing this. One, because it's pretty, but two, it keeps things a little bit more fresh, and yeah, just a little bit more fresh than like opening up the flour and then it's just like nowhere to get stored, you know what I mean? Again, the double Lazy Susan I purchased on Amazon. This made, I think, the biggest difference for me, to be honest, with organizing, because once I had this and I stored a bunch more of the spices and things, like I felt like it cleared things up so much more easily. Back here in this corner, I have all of the medicine. I was really surprised on how much medicine and vitamins we have, but given the season we've been in, we've had to buy a lot. And these I just purchased at Homegoods. This additional Lazy Susan I purchased at, everything does not fit. But it's still helpful. I purchased this at HomeGoods as well. These little salt and pepper probably I'm going to be asked about. Bought these at Target, this at HomeGoods. And the oatmeal jar I actually purchased. Actually, I didn't even purchase that. That was a gift. It's supposed to hold cookies, it said, but I put the label on top of where it said cookies, and I have oatmeal because we don't eat cookies here. Oatmeals. And then again, those shelves I bought on Amazon, and then this basket is from IKEA, you know, basic basket that they always have. I really hope that you found the video helpful, that you found some inspo for yourself to organize your pantry. It was actually kind of fun. My back hurt. It took me like 3 hours to organize and clean things out, but totally worth it. I love the way it turned out. So much more organized and prettier than what it was before. So again, give me a thumbs up if you really enjoyed the video, subscribe, and comment down below what is your favorite part of the pantry, and any other items that you're interested in knowing about. Let me know in the comments and I'll try to figure out where I bought it. So thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.